Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius September 10, 2024. With today's moon, you're seeking some predictability and comfort. This is the time of the lunar month when you'd prefer to keep things simple. However, today's transits include minor challenging aspects that can be annoying but manageable. Distractions are plenty, or you are more sensitive to them. Watch for making too much of an issue, as many of the things coming up today can have little significance or importance later. Try to avoid the tendency to focus on problems that make you tense. It's not about avoiding them but taking a step back to see them differently. Enjoying a short escape can be just what you need, especially from overthinking. A very nuanced and subtle shift begins as of today. This is because Pallas, the asteroid tied to courage and wisdom, dances into the zodiac sign Sagittarius. While our luminaries and planets bring our most potent energetic shifts, the movement of asteroids is subtler. Now and in the weeks ahead it is a time to embrace further self-expression, spontaneity, enthusiasm, and discovery. The best way to embrace more that life has to offer could be through learning, travel, or opening up to vast, expansive experiences. Embrace these concepts and allow your mind, spirit, and energy to grow. Take a step back to reflect on what has changed in your work life. The last few months could have led to several significant changes in your job. You should consider what may happen next, and the Sun in Virgo opposes Saturn retrograde in Pisces. A change in hierarchy, responsibilities, or even your overall position may occur. It is time to consider how you want to respond to these potential changes coming up at work. Quietly consider your next steps as you come up with a plan of action. Try to see two sides of every issue today. The cosmic energy may lead you to the mirror, where you may be tempted to be scrutinizing and unforgiving. Be gentle with yourself. Remember that it is what you tell yourself, and not what others say, that most affects how you feel. And you feel good if you accept yourself as you are and do your bit to stay healthy. You may use this energy to recognize and appreciate what works in your life. If your legs work, use them. The vibrations of the day are going to tend to destabilize you. You are going to have to go with the flow even if the going is a little rough. However, you should think about your behavior with your family and friends. Try not to beat them over the head with your convictions. Take time to listen and weigh the pros and cons of a situation and stop acting on impulse. There may be a slowdown in your professional life. While the moon makes its routine monthly visit to your income sector, which occurs every 4 weeks and can sharpen your financial instincts, this timing offers additional advantages. The moon's favorable alignment with Saturn in your work sector coincides with the sun testing how effectively you balance work and relaxation. This combination boosts your confidence and helps you identify lucrative opportunities, enabling you to work smarter. Additionally, Mars' presence in your career sector for the first weekend serves as a timely reminder of these benefits. Venus, the planet of love, has only been in Libra for 9 days, but most of the insight needed for her mission to update your romantic and relationship desires and expectations for the coming year has already been banked. Venus was here during Pluto's final days in your romantic sector, and as Mercury, the planet of communication, was spending the majority of the last 7 days at a friendly aspect to both planets in your relationship sector. Our eyes in the sky. If you've ever been caught in that push and pull of wanting something deeply, yet feeling unsure of how to approach it, you're certainly not alone. We all experience those moments of longing paired with hesitation, those times when our desires feel powerful, but our path forward seems unclear. Today might bring some of those feelings to the surface, gently nudging you to confront them. But here's the thing, it's completely okay to take your time with this. There's no need to rush into decisions just because your emotions are heightened. Have you noticed how, when you give yourself a moment to pause and reflect, the right path often becomes clearer? It's like taking a deep breath after running. Suddenly, things start to make sense again. One thing to keep an eye on today is the temptation to overindulge as a way of coping with these intense emotions. We all have our go-to comforts, right? Whether it's reaching for that extra slice of cake, pouring another glass of wine, or getting lost in endless scrolling on social media, it's easy to turn to these distractions when we're feeling uncertain. And while there's nothing wrong with treating yourself now and then, today might be a good day to stay mindful of those impulses. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, will this truly make me feel better in the long run? Often, what we really need isn't another quick fix, but simply a little space to breathe, a moment to reflect on what's going on beneath the surface. What if today, instead of reaching for that temporary distraction, you chose to sit with your feelings and see what they have to teach you? Despite the emotional challenges that might arise, there's also a powerful sense of mental and physical strength running through you today. You're stronger than you think, and this is the perfect time to tackle those tough decisions you've been avoiding. Maybe there's been something weighing on your mind for a while, a choice you've been putting off because it feels overwhelming or because you're unsure of the outcome. Today, you have the clarity and courage to face it head-on. Have you ever had one of those moments where you finally made a tough choice, and even though it was difficult, you felt an immense sense of relief afterward? That's the kind of energy you can tap into today. Trust yourself. Once you've made your decision, stand by it with confidence and resist the urge to second-guess yourself. Remember, you've got this. Think back to a time when you wanted something so deeply, but hesitated because of the unknown. Maybe it was a relationship that felt right but required a leap of faith. Or perhaps it was the desire to open up and share your true feelings with someone, but fear held you back. We've all been there, standing on the edge of wanting more but unsure of how to move forward. Today, instead of letting anxiety take the wheel, try to embrace those feelings with curiosity and self-compassion. Give yourself permission to explore what's behind that longing. What is it that you truly crave? Is it connection, understanding, or simply the comfort of being close to someone who gets you? And remember, you don't have to have all the answers right away. It's perfectly okay to take your time, to sit with your feelings, and to weigh your options before making any decisions. Sometimes, just allowing yourself to feel those emotions without judgment can help bring clarity. Have you ever noticed how, when you stop fighting your feelings and instead give them space to exist, the right path often reveals itself? Trust that in our own time, you'll find the clarity you're seeking. On the professional front, your energy and courage are at an all-time high. You're ready to take on the world, and you have everything you need to achieve your ambitions. But here's a little reminder: proceed with caution. It's easy to get sidetracked by intricate details that might seem fascinating but ultimately distract you from your main goals. Have you ever been so focused on one tiny part of a project that you lost sight of the bigger picture? It happens to the best of us. Today, try to approach things in a level-headed and sensible way. By concentrating on the most important tasks, you'll avoid unnecessary delays and reach a successful outcome more efficiently. Keep your eye on the prize and trust that you're moving in the right direction. Now, challenges may arise along the way, but here's the good news: not every difficult situation is as critical as it seems at first glance. When you're faced with what feels like a crisis, take a deep breath and react calmly. It's easy to let emotions flare up in stressful moments, but if you allow yourself to stay grounded, you'll notice that most disturbances blow over without causing any real damage. Have you ever found that after taking a step back and giving yourself some space to breathe, what seemed like a major problem wasn't so overwhelming after all? Today is a gentle reminder that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. Just stay calm, stay collected, and trust that you'll make it through.